All right, Michael here to give you an update on the latest on what's going on out there in the weather community. Showers and thunderstorms will be happening across areas of southern Georgia into Alabama, all across multiple areas of the southeast. My name is Michael here to give you an update on what's going on. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into this weather right now. Showers and thunderstorms will move in areas that are in northern Alabama, as you can see there, areas of far northwest Georgia. You already have the flood. I'm not sure if those are advisories or flash flood warnings. Flash flood warning in effect there. It's going to be areas southeast of Jackson. A lot of shower and thunderstorm activity will be expected in the upcoming days. Specifically today, we already see it. Flood watch is in effect for areas of the low country into Wilmington. And then we have areas of north central Alabama that we got to watch out for. Flood advisory here as you get into areas, the flood warning as you get into areas of Alpharetta. That flood warning will be in effect there for those areas along the Turner McDonald Parkway. So that's something we got to watch out for there. So as we get out here into the weather, we see a special weather statement. So there's going to be some showers and thunderstorms along this area. As you can see, special weather statement. Wind expected to be 40 miles per hour with some of these storms. And speaking of high gusty winds, Storm Prediction Center today giving us a risk in the northern sections, an enhanced risk. This is going to be areas of Pierre, Winter, and Mitchell. Tornado outlook for today. Not going to be in that area, but as you get the wind threat here, look at that. You have it didn't show me the tornado risk there, but tornado 2%, hail 5%, and a wind at a 30% dash lines there as you get those strong and intensified winds in some of these areas, hail threat along areas of the northern section with those dash lines. So that's today's outlook. As we get into tomorrow around Chicagoland, we're going to have that slight risk. It's going to be northwest of Chicago, Minneapolis. You're under that slight risk with a tornado risk just north of Chicagoland. As you get into the wind threat, dash lines of the wind threat, look at that wind with the dash lines and already having that yellow percent there. Hail threat as you get northwest of Chicago, east of Minneapolis. And then as for your Monday, look at that severe weather that's going down there. Storm Prediction Center making this a marginal risk for some areas. That's northeast of Denver, marginal risk, but marginal risk around Chicagoland, areas of the Midwest, but that big area of the slight risk and probabilistic being in that red. That's something we got to watch out for. So shower and thunderstorm activity in effect of what's basically happening right now. This is a look at our HRRR model, our OOZ, but we might as well go ahead and look at the 12Z run. Look at all the shower and thunderstorm activity as we get into areas around Atlanta, Columbia, South Carolina. It starts all over tomorrow. As we get into Monday, could we have more rain on the way? That is the question. So flooding will be a big deal in a lot of these areas of parts of the country. So as we get into our GFS model, we see rain, showers, and thunderstorms. A cluster of storms pops up around there for Central Florida, and once again for Central Florida. And look at the rain just continuing across areas as we get into Wednesday. And then look at that burst of moisture. You can see the reds there on your screen for areas of the Florida-Georgia border. Moisture popping up there into Thursday, into Friday. Consistent rain showers, potentially severe. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a severe weather threat. And this is going to be Thursday into Friday. I hope I said those right dates. But you have a lot of severe weather, a lot of reds that are on your screen here. And it's going to be a lot to worry about here. Areas of western North Carolina into eastern North Carolina, the reds are on your screen. A lot of temperatures. Could we have any tropical systems? We're starting to get into the area of hurricane season. Not quite there yet. But we're eventually going to get to the peak intensity, peak of hurricane season, where we get those most storms. Even though this is a below average season, we're still going to look at the potential tropical storm. Bertha was a storm that actually survived for a very long time and went into areas of Houston or Louisiana for its last landfall, and that storm is now over. So what are we looking at here? The GFS not really showing any low pressures on your screen. But here from the Euro, it looks like we start to get a little bit of a circulation that starts happening out there as we get into areas of the Atlantic And I just saw that for a second there. Let me see if I can catch that back up. I thought I just saw that. Might have been the OOZ run that I saw that. Here's a look at the OOZ of the Euro model. And as you can see, there's shower and thunderstorm activity. Doesn't look like anything to be worrying. But it looks like we might have a storm or two. That's what the Euro is hinting off at towards out there in the Atlantic. So something we got to watch out for if it ends up becoming tropical development or not, because you can see the dark area there, the circle on your screen. So it tries to pop up. That's something we got to look out for. But showers and thunderstorms expected for a lot of part of the country. Some severe weather that's possible. Actually, let's look at that climate prediction center, not climate prediction center, the weather prediction center. Weather prediction center, as you can see here, slight risk today that is going to be Weather Prediction Center, as you can see here today, slight risk around the low country areas of Wilmington, slight risk as you get east of Phoenix, and things like that nature. Tomorrow we have a marginal risk of flooding. Flooding expected for areas of eastern North Carolina. Wouldn't be surprised if a moderate risk pops up here in just a little bit for the rest of today, but today it might not pop up. Showers and thunderstorms are expected, though. A lot of rainfall that we got to look at. Let's look at the RRFS model, and then we're going to look at some rain totals, and then we're going to wrap it up here. But if we look at the RRFS, let's see, for areas in the south, this is going to be the OOZ. We want the newest run. Let's look at 06Z of the RRFS. Let's just see what it shows. But as you can see here, shower and thunderstorm, big cells randomly appearing in some of those areas. So shower and thunderstorm activity, could we have something that happens with all of these showers and thunderstorms? We can only see up to maybe Wednesday or so, give or take. So could past Wednesday, could we see, well, really past Tuesday, could we see something that's showing us, severe weather? Right now, here are the rain totals. Remember, everybody won't get these rain totals, different spots. Somebody might get a lot of rain, some people may not. But as you can see here, Charleston, and this is an example, Charleston, 2.53 inches, and that's not exactly what's going to happen, but that's just an idea. Look, they're calling for 8 to 9 inches here in Hampton, South Carolina. So some of these areas will have downpours. Look at some of these areas. This is out here in the ocean, but that's probably 8 to 9. Trying to get a city that has exactly this middle spot. Look at this area right here. 7 inches, about 7 inches of rain expected. So it's just a lot of rain that'll be, depending if you get a strong storm, a severe storm. Remember, we do have the chance of severe storms, so I want to mention that. Strong to severe storms are possible, and the ability to, with these storms, some tropical downpours will be possible. A lot of rain for a lot of these areas. But my name is Michael, here to update you on the latest on what's going on. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you out there in the weather community.